Hello, welcome to Star Wars Spelt Out. I'm your host, Josh Chapman, and today it's Grand Final Eve here in Australia, if that means anything to you. But if you live in Melbourne, it means you get a day off. And when you get a day off, you bring your homies down and you do some podcasting. And I suppose when a Star Wars trailer comes out as well, you do a podcast as well, just because you got that going on as well. But let's get them in. It's the A-team, as usual. Catherine Kneen, Matthew Mohl.
This is parade day.
It's parade day. Neither of our teams made the grand final. Moles came close. Ours, Catherine and mine, came.
Yours is 21 years, not even close.
We're looking to the future.
Looking to the future. It's all about.
Can we have Zach Merritt this week, please?
Yeah, well, we're not a footy podcast, mate. Let's not worry about that. No one wants to hear about Zach Merritt on this podcast. There'll be 3 people who'll get that reference. But yeah,
3. That's generous.
It does mean that we have a public holiday here today, so it worked out quite well. We probably would have done this earlier, given that there was a trailer this week, but I was down the beach because school holidays. I was shaving down the beach, and I was on some crummy internet, and it's just not worth the hassle trying to pod on crummy internet. So,
can I ask a question, Josh? Is this going on YouTube? Because we probably need to address the Gillette-shaped elephant in the room if it is.
No, it's not going on YouTube. This is an audio-only experience.
Josh has had a facelift. He looks about 23 years old. He looks so young at the moment. He looks like he's just got out of high school at the moment. He's had an entanglement with a razor blade as opposed to an electric
blade. In high school, I had shoulder-length hair, mate. So... It was, I was trying to do Eddie Vedder, and I just ended up looking like Weird Al. So, it's no. I had to do a wet shave 2 days ago because my electric shaver died, and it's very close, and it means you're very, smooth and silky on the face.
So you're very smooth, mate.
I'm still very grey though, so that's the giveaway.
Andrew Gaze went grey in his 20s.
Yeah. Somehow it seemed to link up exactly the same time I had children, Catherine. I'm not quite sure why, but that seems to be the thing.
I'm still checking for grey.
Yeah.
No, I think you secretly dye your hair, Mole. I think you
do not dye my hair.
I reckon you've got a bit of just for men out the back of your secret shame.
No, I just tweezer anything that comes remotely close.
Oh yeah, those days that'll end pretty soon. Every now and then, you think, I've got this under control. I can just get these.
I'm fighting a losing battle here.
So yeah, we'll obviously talk Mando and Grogu trailer, but before we get there, we'd be loath with Catherine here not to mention Andor. Say sweeping the Emmys. Can we say sweeping? I saw Star Wars Underworld use sweeping, and I'm like, that's pretty generous. It did win a lot, but
it did well at the sort of technical awards. Not really technical, they're the ones that aren't the big with all the mega stars.
Yep.
Yeah. Best costumes, yay, absolutely, they should have won. They were robbed for best song because that's what Tony Gilroy really wanted.
What won best song?
I think it was something from The Boys.
Okay. I like The Boys. I don't remember there being a song in it though.
Yeah. And what else from
best drawing or best
production design. So Luke Hull.
Drawing.
Production design, which
I just saw 4 Emmys and then 1 for writing.
Yeah.
One real one.
Well, I'm sorry. Costumes, production design, they're massive. And Luke Hull definitely deserve that. Alan Tudyk lost to Julie Andrews for best voiceover. So
Julie Andrews, like Julie Andrews.
Yeah, because she does the narration for Bridgerton.
Genovia.
Maybe there was a confrontation in the car park. Alan Tudyk and Julie Andrews butting heads.
No, don't think so. But yes, so Andor was up for Best Drama and Best Writing, and took home Best Writing for an Episode. And so Dan Gilroy accepted that. That was for episode 9.
That
Welcome
wasn't
to the
Gorman
Revolution.
Massacre. It was the one after it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was the rescue episode.
It was the one where Mon Mothma did the greatest speech since Marva Andor.
Yeah. So welcome to the Rebellion.
Unprovoked genocide.
And then so the one episode 8, the Gorman Massacre one, that was up for Best Direction from memory. And but Best Writing, like I'll take that. Like I'm very happy.
I'm surprised
were you working when it was on? You must have been.
Yes, I was working. Yeah. So, but I kept an eye on things. I kept
informed Catherine of that win. I'm pretty sure I told you about a win that you didn't know about.
And
was that one of the technical ones? No. Mohl, you're taking credit for a win. Sorry, you were like, I told Catherine that one you didn't know about.
I was keeping Catherine informed of things. I'm pretty sure I told you about one of the wins.
She's like, I'm pretty sure I was all over what Andor was winning and what Andor wasn't winning. Thanks very much. But,
I had a couple of chat threads.
True.
I had a couple of chat threads I was keeping an eye on. Look, Best Drama it was up for, and the Pit won. And honestly, when I saw the Pit earlier this year, I'm like, oh, yeah,
we're in trouble here.
Yeah, we're in trouble. I think this is going to do it. And Noah Wiley's performance in the Pit, it won an Emmy as well, but his performance was amazing.
He's the guy from ER, isn't he?
Yeah. Dr. Carter in ER. And he's Dr. Michael Robonovich, and everyone calls him Dr. Robbie.
Dr. Robot. Dr. Robotnik.
No, Dr. Robbie. He's the head of an emergency department in Pittsburgh. So except over like a 12-hour shift, it sort of goes over 15 episodes though, because there's a big thing. Each episode covers 1 hour, so it's basically real time.
Oh, like a real time thing. Yep.
Yeah, and medically, it's incredibly accurate. Like I've
which
watched,
means it's probably really gross.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad, honestly. Like there's grosser things. It's not gross or gory for gore's sake. There's emotional things. There's just emotional gut punches along the way. But it's pretty good. It's really, really good.
Can we just touch on the Jimmy Kimmel Disney thing, because we don't need to go into the whole that stuff. But I mean, I love the protesters and everything putting up Andor signs, going, "You literally have a show about this very topic," and there were "Have you seen Andor?" posters going up, and it was pretty awesome to see that stuff. And they backflipped within a week, which seems pretty natural.
The fact that all happened days after winning that Emmy for writing for that particular episode is, Alanis Morissette couldn't write a more ironic. Look, Kimmel coming back is good, but obviously not all places in America, because it's not just an ABC decision. It's the syndicates, they have to decide to carry it, so he's not back everywhere. Obviously, Diego hosted Kimmel for a week a little while ago, so I have a soft spot. And during that week, they went hard on ICE and all of that. I was a bit surprised, to be honest. So, yeah.
I think it was just they just wanted an excuse, really, to have a crack at him. And Disney, folded like a cheap suit.
But it was also a divisive topic. That person who died, and he's got people on both sides of the camp.
Yeah,
No,
I don't really
no.
agree. I think they found a reason to do it, but I think that.
And what Kimmel said, he was just saying that that the murder is going to get politicized. That's what's got him pulled.
Really?
So yes.
So if you actually look at what he said, it was just they were just looking for an excuse to silence him, really. But
yeah.
So Disney buckled. They didn't show any backbone, and then they dropped the Star Wars trailer right after, which was just like, what are you doing, man? Like, you're in the thing for the. I don't know whether they thought that would just take the heat off them, or whether
look,
they
just, don't look over here anymore.
Yeah, so it was a bit of a blech, like what
in those things.
Sort your house first.
Trailers
but I know
can't be. Yeah, they can't come out like a month early or whatever. Like it's all timed, and you look at it and go, "Oh, it is 8 months to release." But yeah, it did take the wind out of.
They probably could have waited a week at least. I mean, I know that they kind of backtracked, and and a week later, everyone's like, "All right, well, you're finally showing some backbone." You probably could have waited a week and then dropped your Star Wars trailer. But we are a Star Wars podcast. We conveniently didn't have to have that conundrum about whether we would review it or not or anything. I know it's sort of like, it's not our country, but it's still a big deal. So,
mind you, a lot of people were hitting up the Australian ABC, accusing it of cowardice, and to the point, ABC had to put out like Instagram posts of everything going, yeah, we're not the American ABC, we're different.
Yeah. We're the other one. If you've got any opinions about Mother and Son or something, or the Glass House, perhaps we can help you out. But as far as this goes, this doesn't really concern us.
Yeah.
So,
and a lot of people like Americans go, oh, I'm not going to watch Bluey anymore. It's like Disney doesn't make Bluey; it just airs it. It's actually made by the Australian ABC, so there's possibly
except we don't get any of the revenue. Because the BBC paid for the most of it and get all the sweeps right. So thanks, Scott Morrison, for that one. Yep. Anyway, not to worry.
This is so off Star Wars today.
Sport, it is. Well, I'm trying to bring it. I'm bringing it back onto. I'm trying to bring it back onto Mando and Grogu trailer. So, for a long time we've been talking about this. It feels like they've showed this. Well, not this trailer, but they've been showing footage for like the last year. A bit on this thing. Yeah. They did like a D23 one about a year ago. They showed something at Celebration. Neither of you or I saw it. Have you guys seen the potato cams, Mel? You must have seen somebody with a phone and a thing.
No potato cam for me.
You didn't see any potato cams from any of the other leaks. I'm a bit surprised.
No, I haven't been that fast. But I saw, there is conjecture around that, like, this trailer is a lot of, for whatever that potato cam, like, this is some of the stuff they were peddling a year ago. There's not too much new ground being broken here.
Is it even a trailer? It feels like a teaser. Do they use the word teaser anymore? I guess they don't.
You can use the word teaser.
Well, I suppose it depends on your definition, but a teaser, this sort of fixed that idea of a teaser, and trailers might have more sort of story elements.
I suppose I always think of The Phantom Menace. That was the gold standard of the anticipation for a trailer, and that wasn't very long, and that was a trailer. So I consider that a trailer. So I guess in that case, it's a trailer.
They were the gold standard of tease from one poster, and that was just little Anakin, shadow Darth Vader on a hut in the sand, and that was just. They released that 18 months before the movie came out or the trailer came out. It was just phenomenal.
So it was poster first and then trailer?
Poster tease, yeah.
Did you go
I have that poster around the corner here. I love it.
I'm just trying to remember the first time I saw. Well, it was Entertainment Tonight. I think was the first time I saw the trailer. This is pre-internet. It didn't get released on the internet. You had to go to the cinema to see the trailer, and then Entertainment Tonight showed it. And I
you had to download it off NetSpace.
Not even that.
It was like through QuickTime. You had to get
QuickTime. That's
not episode 1. Episode 2. They did it. They did QuickTime. They did the release. Phantom Menace, at least the first one, was not online when it came out. It was cinema, and then it was Yeah, I remember you had to go see Meet Joe Black or something, and if you wanted to go see the trailer or something, I'm like, I'm not doing that. I've still never seen Meet Joe Black.
I think you'll be okay.
No.
But yeah, I think the moment's passed. So I don't know. Like, obviously I don't screen share here, but I've got the trailer. So
we're gonna watch it live. This is so interactive now, Joshua.
Well, you guys have seen it, so I could probably you won't even hear, but
I watched it just a minute ago.
I think I will get the sound that'll come through.
Is Ludwig scoring the movie? I hope he is.
Yes, I saw that he's back for the movie.
Good. Since he dropped off, quality's dropped off. Because the music plays into the feels. And if the feels aren't there and you've got like Lizzo on there, it's just double flop.
So there was no Lizzo song on here. So not yet. Maybe she'll do the closing credits.
I can't believe the last Mando was 3 years ago. Has it been?
No.
Really?
2023. That's 2 years.
I was just thinking about there was all these posts this week about Andor, coming out this week 3 years ago, I think it was, or 4 years ago, Catherine, I can remember. But I just equate it with grand final week, because I just remember you coming over to my place, we watched it, and it was grand final week.
Well.
For some reason,
came out on this day all those years ago, in 1998.
Hang on, what? Phantom Menace came out in 99. Oh, you're talking about the trailer?
No, the Phantom Menace was released today.
No, it wasn't. It was released in 99.
In May.
No. So Star Wars Episode 1 title revealed on this day. Sorry.
Oh, well, that's a little bit different. Yeah, I do. I remember the
scene. They gave us the title in 1998.
I remember seeing the post on theforce.net, which was the website that I used to go to, and it just said Phantom Menace. Huh? That was the headline, because it wasn't particular, because everyone was just like, it'll just be the Old Republic, whatever. Okay, sorry, this Mando and Grogu trailer. I know you guys can't see this, but it basically just has a speech, and there's a Razor Crest flying by. Now, am I crazy? Did he get his Razor Crest back at the last episode of season 3? Didn't they say like,
no, this is a new one?
But didn't he? I thought they gave him one at the end of season 3.
No,
he has a Naboo starfighter.
No, I know that, but in my brain, it's not a surprise that there's a Razor Crest, because they gave him another. Like, someone gave him one they were like, "Oh, we found a Razor Crest for you." Like at the very end of season 3, when he goes back to Grief Karga's planet, they like, here's a Razor Crest for you.
Give him a house.
I know, but I could have swore they were like, "We've got a Razor Crest."
No.
I
mean, I'd have to go back and watch season 3.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna do some. I'm not gonna do it now, obviously, but in my brain, I was kind of like, because people are like, "Oh, there's a Razor Crest." I'm like, "Yeah, didn't they?" Because they just reset everything back to normal again at the end of season 3.
No, I'm just like, yeah, of course it's got a Razor Crest back, because they had all those HasLabs and then blew it up. So yeah, they just give him one back. No, I don't think they gave him one, so there's got to be a story there.
I just swore that there was one. How are they going to do this? You think he's just going to like walk into a car park and there's just one there? He's like, I'm having that.
Somehow the Razor Crest has returned.
Well, it's got a yellow paint job, so I don't know.
Yeah,
he does get a new one, but this is the first we've seen it. I assure you. I
would have put good money down. All right.
As per Google, the new Razor Crest will appear, blah, 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 feature. And it says here, it's a smart decision to bring it back and a nod to the old Google one.
As in, we can't, he needs a thing with some actual leg room to do his job.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
All right. Fair enough. So it's flying along. I'm just looking at this. And then we get Grogu and Mando looking over a little hill, just like they're down the beach. Grogu's got his little,
telescope
kind of thing going on, looking pretty good. So what do we know? Pedro's confirmed that he's back for this movie. Voice and mask off scenes only, we assume. Do you think he's in the costume much?
We've got no mask off confirmed, but you would hope that for the movie there is some mask off. Like, yeah.
Again, do you think they'll just ignore their own rules and be like, it's too hard for him to go back and jump in the water again every time he takes his mask off? Or was it bathing in the lakes of, Minotona or whatever it was, like his prince? But
they find a loophole, or they just realise that was kind of garbage. I don't know.
Well, I mean, their civilization is not rebuilt, but that whole area is full of people now. So, taking your mask off and then going for a quick swim seems a bit,
Maybe he just has like a little water bottle of it, and he just sort of like gives himself a little dab. He's just got like a little.
He's got one of those little spray things.
Yeah, little spritz. He's like, I just had to. All right, mask off. I'll give myself a little spritzy doodle, and then I'm all right. I can get back to it. There's all these ways around everything. This is what happens when you paint yourself in the corner with stupid rules. All right, so we'll move on from there. Very cute. Grogu's back. He's making little noises, and then they're checking out a base, and there's some stormies and some speeders and things. Not much to really report on there. And then there's a couple of I don't know. Does anyone know what the babu fricks are called? Like the actual species? Feels like this is an Alex or Molly thing to just drop.
I think I recognise it when I see it. I want to say something like
Andalians.
Andalians. Oh, because I was going to say Mandalorians.
ANZ. Aliens.
Oh, okay. Good call. Did you know that off the top of your head, Molly?
Yes. Grief Karga said in the last one, like, look for the Anzelians or something. They mentioned it.
Okay. So they're walking through a little passageway here with Grogu. It feels like, I don't know, like, the vibe I'm kind of getting anytime I see Grogu walking around with the little babu freaks. It feels like Toy Story or something. Like everything's like on this. You just at this perspective, like little. It's like, oh, we've got to climb up the drawers, and all of a sudden the drawers are big. We've got to ride around a toy car because we've got to, like his Gizmo, or like it's Woody and Buzz going through stuff. Am I like? Do you think we're going to get a lot of that kind of little Grogu perspective action?
Maybe.
Yeah, because it looks like he goes off on his own like side quest with the babu freaks. So, they could have some actual little side quest action. Which
I think is actually quite a smart thing to do in this, because obviously one of the hardest parts of The Mandalorian is, what do you do with Grogu when the action's going? One, what do you do when the action's going on? Like, you've got to either keep him out of harm's way, or you've got to find a way to keep him, with somebody else or in his little pod thing. Or if he's using the Force now, you can't just be using the Force to get you out of every jam. So if he's off on a little side mission, good way to sort of...
What do you call him, Josh? You call him luggage.
Yeah, essentially his luggage. But I assume that the older he gets, the more useful he is, I suppose. Yeah. But now it's that balance between like being useful and too useful, or being powerful, being overly powerful. And, again, I don't want at the end of this to be like we're in an impossible jam and then he just forces again and they get out. Like, I don't want that. We've done it a couple of times. All right, so moving along, they're in the little hole thing, and then we get Sigourney, we get Ripley herself, Dana Barrett.
There is no Dana, there's only Zool.
Zool. So
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay, it's been a while.
It's been a while since you've seen Ghostbusters.
Isn't that a movie with Paul Rudd? I'm joking. Calm down.
They're all right, those movies. The first
really?
one particularly. The first, Ghostbusters Afterlife, is particularly good. The second one's all right.
Okay. They're on my list.
The ladies one, even though I like all those actors, I don't think it's a very good movie. But that's all right.
Oh, dear. All the feminists are going to come after you now, Joshua.
No, that's... So, yep, Sigourney's there. She's a new, it looks like she's a New Republic sort of, she's in a New Republic kind of hangout. She's sitting at the table with Mando. Grogu wants a little bowl of snacky doodles. He starts using the Force to get it, and Sigourney's not having it. So that doesn't really tell you much about her character. She seems to be somebody who's reasonably in charge.
Yeah, she's not a pushover. Unlike this cat mother, who gives in at the slightest meow, she won't be pushed over by cuteness.
Or those are her snacks get lost.
Yeah, well, at least they're not. You don't eat the same snacks as your cat, Catherine, or you'd probably go hungry. If it was both of you fighting over a bag of Whiskers or something like that, all of a sudden you're like, well, the cat had to eat it because he was looking too cute, and I haven't eaten in 3 days. So
yeah, Jack wins.
Yeah,
Jack wins all the time.
So anyway, Sigourney's not having it. She's like, "Don't take my snacks." Grogu does a little, "Meh, I'm looking cute again," and then we get some action, and they look like they're walking over into some sort of like shady area, and then Mando's in a bar, kind of kicking people around and throwing them into things. Those side of Grogu, this might be.
We have to acknowledge the Zeb fighting in the hallway.
I'm not there yet.
All right, well, I'm not looking where you're looking. I don't know. If you're nosing past.
I know. I'm sorry. I haven't got a screen share thing. I've got to ask Cause because he does that with Will, where he can share the screen and they can both see the same thing. But
these are professionals.
We're running on enough things going on here, So yeah. So anyway, Mando looks like he's in some sort of like bar / food court / restaurant, and he's sort of kicking people into things. And Grogu kind of jumps in on his shoulder at the end, so he is there. And then we get a Manaman.
A Manaman. Kenner figures are going up in value by the minute.
My Manaman's arm is not attached. One of his arms is not attached.
You went budget. Does yours have a staff?
No, I don't know.
Oh, that's not going up in value. That's cheap and nasty.
I don't need it to go in value. I just need it to be part of the collection. So,
you were so desperate to complete the collection, you didn't care about the quality. And now you do, though. You're ordering
I didn't care about the price. I wasn't going to pay an extra $250 just because he's got a stupid staff. So
it's a very nice looking staff, and my both arms are intact on mine if anyone wants to buy it at a huge premium.
Yeah, right. Well, so I do. So yeah, I was reading a comic the other day. I've got like a digital version of like the old Legends comic run set between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, I think it is. So there's like they've sort of compiled all these comics, and there's a comic in there where it's all set from the Empire's perspective, and they're like on a planet with an outpost kind of thing, and there's like one guy, and he's not too bad in the Empire, and of course no one will listen to him, but they're basically on the planet of the Amanaman or Man, whatever they're called. I don't know if the species is a Manaman or something short.
Amani.
But there's like a Amani. There's a whole bunch of them. They all like try to like attack the fort and stuff. I was going, I haven't really seen them in much media before, and then Dave and Favreau can't help themselves, dropping some classic creatures.
Yeah, and there was an Amani that was Lando's informant in one of the newer comics that came out recently. So the Amanamans are back.
So they're around.
They're back, baby.
He doesn't look as yellow and green as the toy does.
That might be all the sewage on his skin, though. You never know.
He's just like swimming around. He's like, yeah, if you hose me off, I'm a beautiful,
a bit of a gurney, and I'm back to Kenner Gold. Yeah. But right now, I'm covered in poo.
Just spray me down. I don't really even mind. I kind of like it. I get left alone. It works for me. So yeah, I mean, I don't know whether this is the same guy from Jabba's palace. To be honest,
potentially they said
they couldn't help themselves.
But it's only 7 years after, so it's not a stretch.
No, I don't know what happened to him. Was he on the sail barge, Catherine? Any memory?
He helped Max Rebo get out.
Eagle eyes?
No idea. So.
You really put me on the spot on that one. I have no idea. All right, well, we'll move on. And then we've got them back in the the next shot he's in the ship, and Grogu is sorry, I've just gone for a little bit here. Grogu's sort of messing with the controls, but he's not in. I can't tell if he's in the Razor Crest or if he's in the Naboo Starfighter. I think it's the Razor Crest. It's more roomy. Razor Crest Mark II.
Yeah, he needed the minivan, not the 2-seater.
Yeah, he's got the sports car for doing the Great Ocean Road and stuff like that, but he needs the minivan to do the family holidays to go to the Big Four, or something like that. Local people here will get that reference.
Yep. Drive up to the Gold Coast to Warner Brothers Movie World.
That's right. Mole, are you unwrapping a lolly or something?
No, that's Catherine.
Oh.
Wasn't it?
No, there was
I'm not taking the head for crimes that I didn't commit.
I was looking down at you, like your eyes were down, and I could hear this crinkly, like you're unwrapping like a fantail.
No, I'm not having a Werther's buttermint while we podcast.
It doesn't matter if you are.
I'm
just
not.
curious. You look so guilty then, like you just didn't want
I don't have a lolly. I do have my Caspian.
She was fiddling.
Oh, you're fiddling. Okay, that's all right. Well, if there's nervous energy, that's fine. I'm all for that.
Oh, if it's nervous energy, it's all good. But
well, that cannot be helped and needs to be facilitated to have a comfortable podcast. Eating a lolly under the thing.
I have learnt my lesson about eating while podcasting after the cherry incident. Okay.
Good. Well, I'm glad we're all learning here. So, moving on. Grogu's in the water. He's doing a little. Looks like he's gonna. He's like, oh, I can't get up onto the surface here. But then, forget about it. He's a little frog dude or something, and he's going for a little paddle.
Yeah, he's swimming. He's an absolute Australian swimmer, powering through the water.
He could win the Bermagui Bonze, Catherine.
Yes, yeah.
There's another reference for about 2 people as well.
That is an obscure reference.
If a single person gets that reference who listens to this podcast, please let me know. If it's not someone in our immediate, someone who regularly frequents on this podcast, if it's anybody else, let me know, and I will be so surprised. So he's doing a little swimming. How much CG to puppet Grogu do you think's going on here, Mole?
Oh,
do you reckon we're getting?
He's more mobile, he's more animated than ever. So no, I think he's definitely on the CG side of things. But that's good because he's not a suitcase now. He's more of he's a lead. He might get best supporting actor.
Well, I guess it's that thing of like, I guess it's similar with the Yoda puppet that if you go CG, it just doesn't look like anything like he used to. Now he's a new thing, but he still looks the same, even though he obviously is a little bit more animated. So there might just be a case if we use the puppet. But I think that's always been the case. I think they've used CG Grogu.
They've done a lot of augmenting of the puppet.
Yep.
But they've used the puppet a lot since, Werner Herzog called them cowards. Best story. That's my favourite. That's my favourite. But his movements, I think, evoke more puppet because they're not smooth like you would make it in a CG world. It's sort of a bit more puppety. But, that's... Yeah, I think that's
part of the charm, isn't it, though?
Pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's why Grogu has worked so well, is that they've kept the puppet, yeah.
Okay, so he's having a little swim in the water there. And then we get to Zeb. Mole. He's in a hallway with some troopers with a stick smacking people.
The last of the Lasat.
Do you think his boyfriend will be in it?
And that's good. No, it's good to see action Zeb. Like, I think that's obviously what we're working towards. We're sort of connecting Ahsoka, potentially Skeleton Crew, all that stuff. Because
do you reckon it's purely a budget reason he wasn't in Ahsoka?
No, I think there's a specific reason. I think if anything, Zeb was meant to be part of the Rangers of the New Republic sort of storyline, and then that sort of got written out. So they sort of had no choice but to sort of I don't know, who knows? But I think they're probably maybe saving it. Yeah,
he's looking pretty good. It's only quite a brief shot, but he's smacking some dudes and having a good time. I like Zeb. I like the character. I'm happy to see more of him. And if you've got movie money, you can be a little bit more creative and do that. So then we move on. Then we're in Toy Story or like Gremlins or something like that. There's like a little crew. Grogu and the Babu Fricks are in a little car, and they're kind of hooning along the ground, having a little sort of joyride or doing something.
Yeah, all they need is Gizmo, and that is the little guy's holy trilogy. And
little guys in a little car driving the little Barbie car. Yep, they're hooning along, and then we get. It's Mando and Grogu is flying up into a ship, but it's not. Doesn't look like the Razor Crest. It looks like it's a U-wing. It's got the little flaps on the back, the long flaps. So obviously that must be something. And then there's a shot of a crowd cheering, and then we get Muscles the Hut.
So is that Gardula? Which hut is that? There's Jeremy Allen
Stinky,
White, or whatever.
Isn't it? It's from all reports. It's
Rota the Hut. Rota.
Yeah. Who looks like he's in some kind of fighting ring.
Yeah, and the Mandos are watching him.
Yeah. So, I mean, huts. I like huts. I'm happy to see more huts.
Pizza the Hut.
Speaking of Pizza the Hut, did you see the Spaceballs 2 photo this morning?
Well, yes, I did.
I didn't see the photo.
So there was a photo for Spaceballs 2 Instagram put up of the first official cast reading or whatever it is for the movie, and they basically just copied the Force Awakens one. Like it's the same, all of them sitting around the tables in the black and white, and there's even like a bit with like a bucket in a crate instead of C-3PO and I'm sorry, R2-D2. It's very cool.
Yeah. And they've got a pizza on a chair for Pizza the Hut.
They've got a pizza on a chair.
I've never seen Spaceballs.
Yeah, I think it like. You've never seen Spaceballs?
I've never seen Spaceballs.
Really?
It looks stupid, that giant
all
helmet.
These references are lost on yours.
I know.
Oh my God.
I'm not saying it's not stupid.
It's very stupid, but it's very funny.
Yeah.
I'm all for these sort of comedies coming back. I watched the new Naked Gun the other day as well, which I thought was very funny. And that was very
what did you think of that?
I haven't seen it. I want to, because every preview I see, I laughed like a drain. I love the flying high, aka airplane. It gets me. It gets me. The stupider the humor is, I kind of enjoy it. I don't like. There's a fine line that those scary movies sort of go way over, but the airplane movies and it's like the Naked Gun, especially like the first one, just really hit it well.
This one, the new one, toes that line pretty well. It does modernize a fair few things, but there are plenty of just like, you know exactly what you are and what you're trying to be. So I'm hoping that Spaceballs does the same. And it seems that Josh Gad, who is a massive Star Wars fan, seems to be the driving force, or one of the driving forces behind this. So he seems to be getting all the references and on the modern references as well. That I think obviously it's going to definitely include the sequels as part of this as well, which is good. So
and Rick Moranis has come back.
It's his first acting gig since the 90s. So
yeah.
That was so weird. I saw a photo. It was like some sort of paparazzi thing in Australia, and it was like, "Oh, Rick Moranis is in Sydney." I'm going, "Wow, we don't get a lot of celebrities through when people are falling over themselves that Rick Moranis is in town." And I love Rick Moranis. Don't get me wrong, but like, it's not like it's Taylor Swift in town or anything like that. It's just Rick Moranis. But anyway, so yes, Road to the Hut. Jeremy Allen White, apparently the bear, the boss, as well, playing Bruce Springsteen.
Never seen the Bear either. I need to catch up on a lot of things, don't I?
Bear's very good. I'm a massive Bruce Springsteen fan, and I'm not convinced that he's really doing Springsteen that well. But so who knows? Maybe he can do a Hut better than he's a very good actor. Maybe I'm too close to the source material, but I'll give a go on his Hut. Why not? But He looks like he's in an arena. He's cheering. He's obviously done pretty well in his competition. He's going, yes. And then the first line of dialogue in the trailer is Mando, who just goes, that's impressive. Says impressive. So he was pretty impressed with what he saw. And then Grogu's there with the little snacky doodle packet. He's loving his snacks in this trailer. There seems to be a lot of Grogu snacking.
What do you reckon the price of concessions are at that sort of gladiatorial event?
Oh, you think there's like a guy walking around like a hot pies, like at the footy with like a little... They don't really do that anymore, do they? Now that I think about it.
At the
hot pies, sausage rolls.
No, the footy at the Hans Zimmer concert, there was a confectionery person. They're not wiped out. It's completely just
yeah. I just think the facilities have gotten better at stadiums where you can sort of get up and get stuff and get back to your seat. It might be a little bit easier, but yeah, I don't know. A couple of credits, a couple of Republic credits for a little pack of crispy whatevers. That's just good. They got snacks. It must be a somewhat legitimate operation if they've got snacks.
Oh, you hope. I mean, it doesn't take much. Like maybe some food trucks outside or something.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You can get some merch. You can get your Rod of the Hut, hat or a T-shirt or a flag or something, and and that just says this is the way. And then there seem to be some great big robots. Mando sort of running into some kind of like vault or something, and there's these big sort of robot things guarding it. Now, I did watch the trailer breakdown that Alex did, so I do know that that's a hut symbol on the door of that vault. That's something that I probably wouldn't have noticed, even though I have played Star Wars Outlaws and all that. I probably should have noticed. But
there's talk that this location is Nar Shaddaa, or there's the Hut world has like a swampy version and like a Coruscant version, and this is the Coruscant version of the Hut home world.
Okay,
so
that's cool. I can get behind that. Yeah, new planets. Why not?
New planets, new monsters, everything.
I like go to a place where there's like thousands of huts and they're all just hutting around.
Hutting. I
thought it would be more like a society where there's a few of them and they kind of just run everything and everybody else, sort of like an Emirati, in the Emirates, all the Emirati don't work and they've got compounds and they've got all the money and everybody does everything for them, and they've just sort of, I thought it'd be kind of a vibe like that where they're all of them are at a reasonably high level of society. It's not like you get huts just sweeping the streets and things like that. Could be wrong.
Potentially.
So potentially, we'll see. No one's asked me. So yep, Mando's in there trying to take down some droids. Got his blaster out. And then we get another creature, it looks like in the gladiatorial ring. And somebody said this is similar one or the same one that was in the space chess.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Alex said it was the same creature as, the space chess, which, yes, makes sense that those creatures are real ones. And, they would appear in this kind of context.
It does feel very much in theme with the stuff that Favreau and Filoni do, where they kind of take a thing that's there that isn't super prominent, but bring it up because it's sort of like, well, we want to show we can do somewhat deepish cuts that are somewhat deep cut. So yep, looks cool. Looks like a creature having a good time. And then it kind of looks like they cut to the next shot and he's got a staff around his neck. Is it Mando who's on top of him? Or is it something else?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Mando. Back.
So somehow he's got himself involved on top of him. He's somehow got himself involved in this
riding
fight.
The ancient mythosaur. That's the whole Mandalorian thing, isn't it?
Yeah, he does tend to ride a lot of things in this, whether it's
new monster
crate dragons or monsters or those little ridey lizard things he was riding. So, yep, he's on there doing that. This is the way. They do a little leap out of a AT-AT, which explodes, and then it falls down the side of a mountain. So I feel like this was a shot that I saw a while ago.
Yeah.
I feel like sort of leaked stuff they've talked about the AT-ATs. Not a smart place to put them alongside a mountain like that, really.
like the D23 footage or something, I feel like was in the AT-AT, and then you saw part of that. I think that was sort of the thing we saw there.
He was like fighting some snow troopers or something, wasn't he? And
yeah,
yep.
Yeah.
That's just, it reminds me of this. I don't know why. Have you seen the Peter Jackson King Kong?
No.
There's a scene in that where they get chased by like brontosauruses and things, and they go like alongside like a mountain, and all these brontosauruses are sort of like falling onto each other, and it's quite amazing actually. Like, it looks, some of the CG is a little ropey now, but it's 20 years old. And there's just bits where like these big sort of creatures like brontosaurus dinosaurs fall down the sides of mountains and things, and that's sort of the vibe I was getting from that. But anywho's, there it goes. And then we get the logo. So we get a new logo, the Mandalorian and Grogu. It's very pulpy, very 1950s, very classic cinema kind of thing. I don't mind it. I don't mind them leaning into that kind of vibe.
I have to admit, when I first saw it, I saw it on Facebook on the official Star Wars page, and I sent it to a few people, including you. But it was I had to I felt like I had to include that. Yes, this is an official Star Wars one, because it looked that sort of fan made, or because it's such a departure from normal Star Wars font or Star Wars look, that it's like, no, this is a real one.
It's really just the font, with my designer hat on, like the Mandalorian Grogu bit isn't a million miles away from the Mandalorian font, but it's the way that they've sort of done the wavy and the perspective on it and all that kind of thing. And then the and the and obviously is very pulpy. It's a bit sort of Raiders of the Lost Ark kind of vibes and all that kind of thing. I have a feeling that might be what they're kind of going for a little bit. Is a bit of like an Indiana Jones. How do we make an Indiana Jones movie cross with Star Wars?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if when the press comes out and things and they sort of talk about it and they sort of say that's what we were kind of going for, a pulpy serial Indiana Jonesy adventure kind of, the Mando's the man in the hat and Grogu's sort of short round or something like that kind of thing. The influences coming around, secular, so a secular thing of influences going around. So we get that. There's the music. It's forged for IMAX apparently. Don't know whether we'll see it in IMAX. Who knows? And then we get a last little sting with a creature. Again, we're back on the little fella adventure. Grogu has a little sort of squirty gun that he squirts in, and then Babu Frick says, "Good shot, baby," and that's it. May 2026. It's not that far away.
I better start making some calls about a free ticket for the premiere.
Yeah, start greasing those wheels, I suppose, Matt. That's what you do. We'll. I don't know what we'll do yet. We haven't really discussed it.
This podcast is so big by then that they'll probably just throw us tickets anyway. So
I think if this podcast was going to be big, it probably would have done that a long time ago. But we'll see.
I
don't have the energy. See all the effort that Hannah puts in. I don't have that kind of energy. She's definitely getting in what she puts out. But
she's doing well.
We're just a couple of fly-by nights.
Disappointing.
So, do you feel like, yep, that's kind of what I expected? You kind of feel like I would have liked a bit more, would have liked a bit less?
I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I got I got what I needed out of it. Sorry, my dogs. I'm intrigued. I'm excited. I love the Mando music, and hit me in the feels, and let's just bring it on.
I feel like we're going to get a good romp. That's all I can sort of ask for. It doesn't seem it's going to be reasonably low stakes, good romp, kind of there and go. Yeah, I had a great time. I think as I showed it to the kids, the girls were really excited, especially Sloane, who loves Star Wars, loves Grogu. They were like, "Can we go watch that?" And I'm like, "Well, it doesn't come out yet, but yes, we can go." And that'll be the first Star Wars movie I take them to, so in the cinema. So it'll be big for us, which will be exciting.
It's a weird time slot though. May's, not an ideal time for Star Wars.
Well, not here. I mean, traditionally, it's been a very good, ideal time for Star Wars. The first 6 movies all came out in May back in the day. But yeah, we were obviously big fans of the December release.
Yeah, there's always something special about the Christmas sort of release.
It'd be interesting to see if it doesn't quite hit, whether they'll consider moving them back to Christmas or not. But
the next one is supposed to be at Christmas, so. But they've blocked out all these time spots because Avengers Doomsday is coming out, and then there's so many conflicting things. Ice Age 6.
Well, Avatar's taken kind of the Christmas slot as well too, and Avatar seems to have a lot of legs.
Really?
Seems to just well, the last one made $1 gazillion as well because they just people just go like they just over that tail of holiday. People go, yeah, Avatar 2 made serious bank. Like it didn't make Avatar 1 money, but it made
the same movie as the first one, but just it was very. I didn't find it very. I only went once. I didn't feel the need to go back.
Yeah, I went once. That was enough. I think I saw Avatar 1 twice because I saw it with different people. What was it? Was it The Way of Water? It was called. Hang on, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It made $2.93 billion.
No, it didn't.
It did.
No, it didn't. That's ridiculous.
It did. So, yeah, I think Disney are like, we're not really going to rock the boat with Avatar. We're going to leave it where it is, and we're going to hope that more people are going to go to Avatar.
2.32. Far out. They're just stupid blue creatures. No story.
Jim Cameron don't miss, man. Underestimate Jim Cameron at your peril.
Seriously.
They came after him with Titanic.
Go back to Terminators or something, make something original. These blue.
That was original. It was his thing.
It's weird.
Go back to Terminators, something original. Come back and do the 8th Terminator.
Yeah, please. And put Emilia Clarke back. We liked her. No, she was terrible.
That last one, Dark Fate, was actually pretty good.
I haven't seen it.
The most recent one was pretty good, I thought. But anyway,
it's the title of this podcast is "Haven't Seen It."
It's haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
We've all said it at least once this time.
Well, before we wrap up, speaking of other things that you haven't seen, Mole, Lego Rebuild the Galaxy came out.
What is that?
That's the Lego cartoon on Disney. You should watch it with your son. He likes Star Wars. That would be a good thing for you to watch together.
No, we're watching. I've decided he's ready for movies. He's got the books and everything, like the children's books. And anyway, he can't watch a movie about more than 30 minutes without getting bored and walking off. But he sat through Phantom Menace for an hour and 10 minutes and then went to bed because it was way past his bedtime. And then we watched the next half the next day. And then he painted his face green and black and red at school, and he goes, "I'm Darth Maul," and yeah, no. We watched Attack of the Clones last night. I only had to skip the bit where Jango Fett's head gets cut off, and when Obi-Wan kills the lizard thing or whatever it is.
He stabs.
They're all pretty kid friendly.
Yeah, well, to get to Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, I'm thinking about skipping that one.
Just like everything was fine. Don't need to worry about that. Well, the Rebuild the Galaxy stuff's good. It's good fun. They're little 20-minute, things are all pretty. They sort of mess with the formula and things. And I kind of made Catherine watch it the other day because I said it's not really her bag. I'm like, well, you might want to watch it. There might be a few little cameos in there that you might appreciate.
Yep.
Although I don't think it was actually the prop. It was Alan Tudyk. I don't think it was actually.
No,
Diego.
it wasn't. It wasn't Diego, but it was Alan Tudyk.
Did you know, Catherine, that Alan Tudyk was the voice of the droids in Superman?
Yes.
And
Gary.
He's a really good ad lib where he goes. He just improvised on the thing, and he's like, "One day I'll get a name." He's like, "Four's a name," and then he just goes, "So is Gary." And then Corin Sweat just burst into laughter going, "That's not in the script. That's definitely making the... I'll forward it to you. It's so funny."
Yeah,
I know there's so much institutional bias towards Alan Tudyk because of K2SO that no matter what he does, you'll love it.
Hey, Alan Tudyk's best voice role is Clayface in the Harley Quinn.
No, it's
Steve
the Pirate.
And
Steve the Pirate.
And my Alan Tudyk love goes back to Firefly.
Yeah.
He's just a
My Alan Tudyk love goes back to A Knight's Tale. I'm going to fong you. He's good in that.
Right, well, we're about to wrap up here. Any other news? You've been sending me some photos of Cassie and Diego doing the. I think Diego needs to retire from the circuit. It's good that he's out there, but he's looking a little tired.
He's only just started.
I think he was
We've
looking
only just begun.
like at Celebration. He was obviously on the promotion trail. He was slick. He was very handsome, well dressed. He looked like he was a little disheveled. Like he still kind of had the pose.
You just need your razor blade
energy. He's just a little. He's just. I don't know if he's cut out for the circuit life. But I mean, I guess the longer he does it, the chance he might be able to do another one day. Catherine. Oh, he got a new pop as well.
Yep. The test pilot pop.
Very nice.
Yeah, need some more.
There were some good Cyril and Dedra photos that they were doing. Do you reckon you given the chance you might do a Cyril and Dedra photo one day, Catherine?
Yeah, like they were fab.
I'm not buying that enthusiasm, that's for sure.
No, I will. And Nemec.
Yep.
Nemec definitely would do Nemec.
You know, John Boyega's coming to Melbourne soon.
Oh yeah, at the Astor.
Yeah, he's doing. I think it's an Attack the Block screening.
$199 for a photo. Get in there.
Oh, bloody hell, that's a lot. Well, I went to the Billy Zane one about a month or two ago. Billy Zane came and did the Phantom and showed the Phantom, and I went with one of my mates. So we're all school Phantom fans from back in the day.
Dork.
Oh, yeah, you dork. On your talk about the Phantom on your Star Wars podcast that I'm on.
Yeah, you dorcas, Malorcas.
Oh my God.
Go back to your basement, nerd.
You're literally in your basement right now.
On my Captain America chair. Woo!
I'm looking at your basement. At least my basement is a part of my house. Like it's on the same level. But you sleep.
Yeah. Sorry, rich boy.
Well, I think we've hit this, guys.
We're descending into chaos. Wrap it up, Josh.
It's descending into chaos. Everybody's got things to get back to. Catherine's got to get down to the grand final parade, and
no.
And Mol's got to go pick up his wife or something, apparently. So,
I gave her the car so I could podcast.
Oh, very good. Okay, now does anybody need to plug anything before we wrap this up? That Geekbox's been dropping some stuff, Catherine.
Yeah, I dropped a couple of episodes like in a row, and then I've not done anything. I need to pick that up again. I need to watch current stuff. Not just go, I'm going to watch an episode of Elementary. Oh, I'm going to watch a Superfan episode of The Office. So, yeah.
Well, if anyone wants to do a podcast on Morning Wars, I've just watched almost a season. So,
oh God, I won't spoil it. We dropped out of that by season 3 because they went to space.
What? Oh my God.
Yeah, that's when it lost me. Well, yes, Catherine, when's that Andor deep dive coming? Is that coming later in the year, maybe? And then the dust is settled.
I should fire it up when people are wanting it, needing it.
It's not going anywhere, so it's we can just let it permeate, let it marinate, and we'll get to it when we get to it. Ferment, exactly. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Joshua. 59 minutes exactly. We are on.
I might have to cut out a few seconds for our technical.
Oh yeah, that anyway. Painful moment where everyone's tech just dropped off. Sorry. Bye.
These things happen. Bye.
Bye.